AC Sports Live on a Tuesday night. I know we are trying to finish watching the game, but I'm trying to get it in so I can go have my den. Watching the Clippers Timberwolves game. Just finished watching the Lakers game earlier. Keeping an eye on all the NBA action tonight. AC Sports Live, long, full docket, but I want to get out of here by 10 o'clock. UCLA Hoops, NBA Dame Time, new and improved Lake Show, NFL Cut Day with some draft rumors, my 2 cents, I got a few. The Tender Love Report is deep, and my Sports Flix, a throwback versus one of my all-time favorite Bruce Lee flicks, Enter the Dragon versus The Last Dragon. This is AC Sports Live. I'm your man, AC. Let's get it.
I got a right to be hostile, man. My people been persecuted.
All right, I'm out here in the dungeon. My other studio. My girls are having a good time in the den, which is adjacent to my studio. So I'm out in the dungeon. Always gotta have a plan B for all my up and coming podcasters out there. Always have a plan B of where you can broadcast your show. All right, this is not even today's docket. Where's my new docket at? This is crazy. How old is that one? That one was ancient. It should be one for today. Oh, that's old. Let me throw it away before I end up using it on accident. Oh wow. I think my all my slides went to the wrong show. Where'd my slides go? What's up, Big Miguel? I know I pulled them slides in somewhere. Here we go. UCLA Hoops. All right, man. So, UCLA plays both Arizona schools coming up. Right now, they got the Bruins. Oh, man. Miguel said Cowboys? Come on, man. Come on, man. Matt in the building. Stat Matt. Jimmy Mack. The man with the plan. So the Bruins are number 4 in the country, but temporarily a number 2 seed if the tournament started today. So if we beat both Arizonas, we need to be a number 1 seed. If not, we're going to have to pick it. The tournament selection committee Sunday, when they come out the offices, we need to be out there with our picket signs, turning over cars, slapping babies, whatever we got to do to get that number 1 seed, because we cannot go number 2 seed in the East, being a number 4 team in the country. So our main problem is, this is the men's team I'm talking about. Our only big out of Pac-12 wins were against Maryland and Kentucky, and they were really early in the season. So we're not getting, basically not getting no love for those wins. I like our team. We're guard heavy, veteran guards. They even got Jaime Jaquez down as a guard. We are battle tested. Jaime Jaquez is always up for team player of the year. His leadership should weigh heavily on how well we do in the tournament, because he is a person that can get his own bucket. Tiger Campbell is steady. Jalen Clark is steady. Freshman Amari Bailey is steady. Jimmy Mack said women both men and women teams lack big people that are consistent. So we got the big fella who's been playing sporadically well, if I would say it like that. I'm not sure if we want that at this point. We want him to be consistent at all times. Big fella Bona. But I believe guard play is more important in the tournament. We just need solid big man play. We don't need dominant big man play. Just a rebounding presence, a shot blocker. We can get buckets with the guards. Now the women, Big TJ in the house. Number 17 in the country. And kind of flying under the radar a little bit. That's why I just put they just need to just dance. Just get in there and dance. Make some noise. Because the big monster out there is South Carolina. And Boston in there with Don Staley as the coach. And you still have Stanford. So I'm not expecting a whole lot out of our women's team, but I do expect them to get in the tournament and play well. All right, let me see something. Where are our girls right now? Jimmy Mack, do you know where our girls are slotted to go in the tournament? The men right now are heading east. And the women, let's see what they got. So our girls are 22-8, which is modest. It's modest. It's respectable. Max says fourth or fifth. Now the key, are they gonna play in Vegas or are they gonna play in New York? Right now, the men's team is slotted to play back east somewhere. I'm not even sure if it's New York. But ideally, you'd be playing in Vegas. I'm not sure if they still play in the pyramid like back in the day. But Vegas is a whole lot better than a 3-hour time difference playing at 9 in the morning. But those 8 a.m. starts, which would be 11 a.m. starts on the East Coast. I think you need to reward the Pac-12 regular season champions with a higher bracket seeding. Now our women, who can we count on? So London Jones. Of course, we have our superstars, Kiki Rice and them. It's up in the air for the women's team. I haven't had a chance to really watch them closely, but I know this is the best time to peak. If you got a peak left in you, now's the time. Max said our women struggled in conference. Only out-of-conference loss was South Carolina. And that's nothing to hang your head over. South Carolina's probably going to walk away with this thing. So all you really want to do is make it to the Sweet 16, the Great 8, or the Elite 8. I don't think we have a Final 14. Now the men's team, if we don't run into no buzzsaws, we should be able to make a run. You hear the top teams, Bama, I believe Kansas almost lost tonight. A few other teams out there handling their business. It's wide open. Pac-12 women is the toughest conference. At least 7 teams should be in the tournament. 7? Wow. So go ahead, Pac-12. Too bad we're going to the Big Ten. next year. Well, if 7 teams are making it from the Pac-12, does that mean it's a bad thing that we're going to the Big Ten? Will things be easier? Who knows? Will things get easier going to the Big Ten? We'll keep an eye on it. Bruins, we got to finish strong. Arizona State and Arizona coming up. Let's go, men and women represent. London Jones is a star in the making. Rice has struggled and Osborne has not been at her best. We shoot poorly and our bigs are not good. Oh boy, that's a recipe for a first round upset, a first round exit, a first round 1, 2, 3 Cancun. And we don't want that. So get it together. Hey, now y'all know I'm a Dame Lillard fan. So you know I was giddy when he went for 71 on a fairly kind of like boring evening, but still a guy that's 6'1" in the NBA goes for 71. He became the oldest player at 32 years old to score 71 points. It was definitely Dame time on Sunday. He became only the latest person to drop this many points and hitting 13 3-pointers. He's what you call unconscious. I think me and Mac need to have a 1585 show, and we got to bring back the clutch conversation. Clutch expands beyond the end of the game buzzer beater. There are different types of clutch. There are levels to clutch. I think Dame has a different level of clutch. Some of his peers even had something to say. KG said that stuff Dame doing in Portland ain't normal. The King said, oh my God. Did he say? I can't even see it. He just put a watch because he knows what time it is. It is Dame time all the time. Hey man. Now, he's stuck in Portland. Do you give Dame kudos? Or you big dummy for staying in Portland? Which is a cool segue to what Shay said about Giannis, about KD. My sweet brother Noomsy has forgiven me. Like staff in the house. So I'm pretty sure y'all heard that Giannis hosted the Daily Show. And he said he needed to teach KD how to win without super teaming up. And Shay said it wasn't cute. He probably said, Skip, it wasn't cute. It was unnecessary. Remember what you were doing before you traded for Drew Holiday and before Middleton came of age, you weren't carrying anything anywhere. If my memory serves me correctly, nobody gave Giannis any chance of winning a championship in Milwaukee. Media pundits were saying he should leave Milwaukee and go win, like KD did, like LeBron did. We weren't saying Drew Holiday was that dude. We weren't saying Middleton was that dude. We still don't say Middleton is that dude. He stays hurt. He's streaky. We know Drew Holiday's a baller, but he's still not. It's not considered a big three. It's still Giannis' team. Everybody else is just Robins. So I'm saying to Shannon Sharp, this could be part of the Tender Love segment. Do I need to strike it up? I got it queued up somewhere. Here we go. Cue it up. Shannon Sharp. It was a joke. I don't even think Giannis wrote the joke. Giannis was reading a teleprompter. I'll ask y'all, Mac and Mike Staff, Big TJ. Big Miguel. Did Giannis super team up? In comparison to what KD has been doing. Now, I don't know if KD was at the mastermind of going to the Suns. I know he was a mastermind going to the Brooklyn Nets, mastermind going to the Golden State Warriors. I'm not saying mastermind that he concocted the whole thing, but he sure did make it happen. He sure was willing to do it. All Giannis was saying, without saying, whoever wrote the joke, kudos to you. Giannis, being as clean and wholesome as he is just reading the teleprompter. And then he probably giggled afterwards. I haven't seen the live cut. Come on, Shay. Mike Staff said he didn't write it. We know he didn't write it. I don't even know if Giannis knows how to write jokes. He just tells bad jokes. Max said Giannis didn't super team, but he got help. But Giannis didn't finish the joke and started praising KD. That's how you know, man. Giannis he's a good dude, man. I keep trying to tell y'all that Rise movie on Disney gonna have you choked up a little bit. Gonna have you a little bit steamy-eyed. Shannon be emo. He could barely read it. Y'all stalled my man out. Y'all stalled Giannis out. Remember, he had to share tennis shoes with his brother. Stall him out. All right, man. So Shay, you tender love on that one, man. You straight tender. All right, the new Lakers. I got my resident Laker expert, Michael Staff, in the house. All right. New look Lakers. I know LeBron's a little banged up right now. With a little foot contusion. He'll be back. These Lakers, there should be Malik Beasley on here, and the Swiss Army knife. I forget his name. I'm pretty sure you guys will help me. The forward who's doing all the hustle work. I like Vanderbilt. I believe his name is Vanderbilt. D'Lo's out for a little bit. So when they all are healthy, this team can easily get back in the mix. They went down 3 games. 13 looks bad, but it's only 3 games behind. About 6 games behind the middle of the pack. I believe this team is a lot better than it was 2 months ago. Or 2 weeks ago. So, depending on health. Vandalorian. That's a pretty cool name. The Vandalorian. I like it. I like players like that. I like those dudes. I thought that was going to be Hachimura. But he's a little bit more corporate. I think Vanderbilt's a little bit more rugged and from the streets. Speaking of from the streets, we give Austin Barnes his barbecue pass yet? I think he told somebody he would F him up. That there's gangster. New look Lakers, guys. They make the playoffs. I'm pretty sure they do. But if LeBron stays on the mend, as we see tonight, they need him, even though they did pretty well without LeBron for the first couple games with the new guys. Chemistry is going to be key these last 15 games. Developing some type of chemistry. Clippers lost again. And we're going to blame Russ. Man, Russ is my third favorite player in the league. I got Dame, Kawhi, Russ, and Giannis are my favorite players. EB'e is my favorite player because he's on the Sixers, but his body built bothers me. He's built bad built. He's super huge, but bad built. Something ain't right. Maybe his feet ain't big enough. Something just don't look right. I like somebody that looks the part. EB'e don't look the part. You know who looks the part? I did not know Daryl Dawkins. I didn't know Daryl Dawkins was 6'11", man. I thought Daryl Dawkins was 6'7" or 6'8". 6'11" for Chocolate Thunder. Led the league in personal fouls. And some of the best named dunks you're ever going to hear. "360-degree, babies crying, cats crying, glass still flying, 360-degree slam dunk from Lovetron." I did not know Daryl Dawkins was that tall. That makes a lot more sense now. He was bashing on people. LeBron is out for the next 2 weeks. How many games will he be missing? He'll be missing at least 4 games, right? 2 weeks? He better put some Mr. Miyagi on there and get back in there before it gets too far out of hand. 2 faves on one team. You most deaf a Clipper. Need to get you on the show with a quill. I'm not even a Clipper fan. I was a Kawhi fan in San Antonio, and I was a Kawhi fan until he killed my Sixers when he was in Vancouver. When he was with Toronto. I'm sorry, I said Vancouver Grizzlies. The Toronto Raptors when he hit that shot in the corner. But I've always been a fan because he's weird. I like weird dudes like Rodman. Now, I don't like this Dylan Brooks dude. He's weird too. My son sent me a picture of his fit today. He looked like Stone Cold coming to the basketball game wearing a vest and no shirt on. I hope I can find the picture for y'all if y'all ain't seen it. But Russ is a weirdo too. I like Russ. I like Kyrie. I like weirdos for some reason. But I'm not a big time Clipper fan. I'm still a Sixers fan, but Russ just happened to join the Clippers. So don't put me out there like that, Mike. I still don't believe they're a championship team, but they're fun to watch, even when they're losing. Max said he got Giannis, Ja, Shay Gildas. Shay's fun to watch, man. Isn't Shay from like Canada or something? Yeah, Chocolate Thunder, one of my favorite players, man, back in the day. Big Sheldon Gillis in the house. He was the first player to shatter a backboard. Was he the first player? That's gonna be some research necessary to see, was Chocolate Thunder the first to shatter a backboard? That's hard to believe he was the very first. Maybe the very first to break one in the game. I imagine that somebody broke a backboard before Chocolate Thunder. I know they made breakaway rims because I believe he broke 3 almost in the same season. Glass still flying. All right, Mike Staff writing a whole book. Jimmy Mack, with this depth, the Lakers will win majority of their games over the next few weeks. Check the schedule. Lakers were in the game last against second seed in the West after Ja with 28 points in the third. Lakers gave up 26 turnovers. Gave up 84 points in the paint. Lakers got defense and depth. They will be all right. Look at Mike's hair. Oh, look at him looking all saucy with his sunglasses on. Oh, look at him looking all Hollywood. Yeah, he a Laker fan. Hollywood ain't gonna change me. Yeah, man, I like these weirdo dudes, man. I used to like watching Rodman, man, because I never knew what I was gonna get. They're not my favorite players, but I like them. It just happened to be my favorite player is Damon, and he ain't no weirdo. That joker is a straight stone cold killer. Go check the Kobe tweets and the Kobe sound bites. He was like, yeah, you know, Kobe don't give everybody no props. Kobe gave Dame his props because he recognized game. I wrote on Chris Johnson's tweet, I said, Lions recognize Lions. Now, the NFL is cut time. Good old Carson Wentz. I actually have a picture of Carson Wentz on my wall. I think now I can take it off. He is no longer an Eagle, and he does not deserve to be on my wall of fame. Carson Wentz was an imposter from the jump. He was an imposter. He was a phony. And we peeped your phony, Carson Wentz. Welcome to the XFL. You and Jalen Rieger will be in the XFL real soon. I hate to see a man lose his job, but I as an Eagles fan who will boo Santa Claus, you stunk it up after your injury. We appreciate your work you did for us, but man, after seeing what Jalen Hurts did, you ain't the one. Gotta go. Now, I saw some mock draft rumors. Says after all that Bryce Young has done at Bama, all that CJ Stroud has done at Ohio State, all of a sudden, Anthony Richardson of Florida runs a 4.4 at 6'5", 230. Bench press 225 15 times. That's DB measures. And looks good throwing deep balls and comeback routes. It says don't be surprised if he gets drafted before Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, even though Florida was 6 and 7. How many times are NFL teams gonna get their head bumped? They're not playing football. They're in t-shirts and shorts. Quarterback is not a position you can draft based on measurables. They help. They're fun to write about and talk about. But Bryce Young and CJ Stroud are game tested in the chance to win a championship every year, winning ball games. Florida's been bad for a minute. Are you a winner? Or are you a stat muncher? A combine beast? If any of these teams take Anthony Richardson over Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, they get what they get. I'm not even going to name any names of guys that we know and play with Jimmy Mack who are combine beasts and didn't pan out in the NFL. Your film outweighs your measurables. Film is the key. Records are the key, especially drafting quarterback top 5. It ain't the move. So I love Anthony Richardson for what he's putting together. I hope he gets drafted. but I don't believe he needs to be drafted before Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. I think it's going to be a mistake. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over again, expecting different results. All these teams, I mean, shoot. Jamarcus Russell. I think he threw the football 85 yards. 65 yards on one knee. What's the kid from the Jets? I don't think he's going to even play anymore from last season. It's been some bust, man. It's been some bust. My man, Aswad, and then give it up for the J-Town North Panthers in their championship run. Jordan won next game Thursday versus Beaumont. Hey, J-Town in the house. Them boys played some ball. Congratulations on the CIF championship last week. They're in the state playoffs right now. It will be something. The COD, Aswad, and all that staff to win state. Just, a couple years on the staff? Shout out, rest in peace to the late, great Ron Massey. They have brought that program back to life. It was fun to watch them boys play this year. We played them. My son's team, St. Anthony's, played them one time at the Redondo. I want to say the Redondo Why Not? Was it the Why Not Classic? We squeaked out a win, but we were in the Division I playoffs and got put out first round. We had a very tough matchup and just couldn't pull it out. But the seedings are. I'm not sure if you saw the seedings, Aswad. A lot of the teams in the Open are now playing against teams that were in Division I and Division II. I believe a couple of teams from the city section were brought up. Like, now we're going to see the top of the top versus the top of the top, and it's not going to be no question in Southern California who the number one team is. It's going to be interesting to see. But I believe Jordan is placed in a different bracket than Centennial, Corona, and those teams. But I believe in a couple of years, once they've proven over a couple of years that they belong, they'll be up there in the top of the top like back in the day when Jordan and Polly was at top of the top in the Open Division when it was just Division I. But man, them boys play some ball. Shout out to y'all, man. Made us proud in the LBC. Big Lenny, Lakers got no shot without LeBron. Oh man, no doubt. No doubt. Big G Williams said he a phony. Straight up phony. You see this man in the streets? Run. He ain't real, y'all. He was a phony. He was a fake. He's not who he thought he was. As long as he ain't an Eagle or a Charger, I'm fine. I think he might be done, man. I think Carson Wentz might be done with the NFL. He will be in the XFL or the USFL next. I think that might be it. I think he has run his course. All right, man. My 2 cents. All right, man. I watched the Denver Nuggets versus the Clippers the other day. And I realized I'm a Joker hater. I really am. Because I sat there and listened to those commentators, the broadcasters of the game. Everything he did, they made it seem like it was the first time they've ever seen it, and that it was so amazing. I think Joker is really efficient, and he does everything he does effortlessly. He is a great player. But they are putting him on the Mount Rushmore of centers. They are going to spoon feed him his third MVP in a row. They are putting him in the ballpark with Larry Bird, and Bill Russell, and Wilt Chamberlain. If you've watched the Joker play, statistically, he's amazing. But watching him lug and struggle up and down the court, get 35 points, get 18 rebounds, get 12 assists. And I'm watching it, and I'm thinking to myself, why am I not impressed? It's almost like when George Foreman used to call the boxing matches, and he watched De La Hoya when he broadcasted the De La Hoya fight. He made De La Hoya sound like he was Sugar Ray Robinson. I think the broadcasters bias towards Joker and how I believe broadcasters are even given information from their producers, the storylines. We need to put somebody like Shady McCoy on the broadcast. That's not going to automatically give all this love. Am I alone? I believe Giannis is the best player in the NBA. I believe Jason Tatum deserves some MVP votes. But as it stands, Giannis is going to get the MVP, maybe unanimous MVP. I believe Embiid, when he plays against Joker, he gives him a 45 piece. 15 rebounds, 20 free throws. I don't know, man. I'm a Giannis fan. I'm a Joel Embiid fan. I don't like Jason Tatum. He plays for the Celtics, but his game is pretty solid. I just don't believe Giannis is that far off. Even when he has a couple of injuries, he's still the most dominant player in the NBA on both sides of the court. I saw Joker make one defensive play. He tipped a pass and started the break and got an assist. He definitely can play the game. He can play the game, but is he worthy of something that Shaq didn't get, Kobe didn't get, LeBron hasn't gotten 3 in a row, Barkley never got 3 in a row. I don't even think Michael Jordan got 3 in a row. Correct me if I'm wrong if he did. I know they gave Carmelo 2 in a row. They gave Barkley a couple in there. AI got 1 in there. But they about to give this Joker 3 in a row. I don't know, y'all. G said, shout out to COD Chris Francis. Going from Milliken to Jordan. That's a serious culture shock. Going from Milliken to Jordan. From the suburbs to the hood. And getting a title in year 1. Is this year 1? I thought it was year 2. I thought he was rounding up the troops last year. Jokic is good, but he's not my MVP any year. Okay. See, G knows his basketball. This is a high-level IQ player. We played with G growing up. He was always smarter than us on the basketball court. He said his team needs MVP numbers or no shot to win. You're right. It's ugly to watch. It's not graceful or powerful. It's just methodical. Slug, lug, getting it. Just a methodical, slow lug, getting it done. But he about to get another MVP, G. James Mack signing in. A 10 Hut. I don't know, man. I'm a hater. I guess I'm a hater. All right, the Eagles got a new OC. It's quarterback coach. I'm glad he got a chance. It's warranted. Brian Johnson. He's worked with Jalen Hurts the whole time. It makes sense. He's going to call plays that he knows Jalen Hurts thrives running. No new system. Keep running what we running. Run our quarterback sneak, tush push for 4 yards a pop until they outlaw it like some punks. The last week's Tuna Love report, the NFL trying to outlaw the quarterback sneak. Brian Johnson. So now Brian Johnson is going to be in a conundrum of being a black offensive coordinator. Let's see. Because I know Sirianni head coach Sirianni has some say-so on play calling. Will Brian Johnson be stuck in the same predicament that Eric Bieniemy is stuck in? Only time will tell. G said first campaign at the J. Where am I coaching at? I'm at St. Anthony's right now. So my son's football career at St. Anthony's is coming to an end. He's running track right now. I should be helping with that, but I've been helping him and my nephew Landon privately. Coach said he don't need my help. I don't know who does that, but I'm gonna respect his wishes and stay back and just hope for the best. I will coach my son accordingly. But as far as football is concerned, I am at St. Anthony's. I have been 1 or 2 on a couple of head coaching boards. I have not gotten the call, so I believe it's not in God's plan for me to be a head coach. I'm just going to start a program. I'm going to start a clinic at the church, a school academy, working with my buddy Tim Hood. And we're going to start a learning academy. I'm just going to blow that out. I'm watching Darren Collison on Instagram, and he inspired me to build something because he built himself a training facility that's pretty nice, pretty awesome. And he's helping individual players that want help. I think that might be where I'm at, man. I want to see people achieve their goals that want to achieve their goals. I thought God was leading me into being a head coach so I could help more kids, but I think it might be my best interest to keep it small and teach. So that might be where I'm going to be at, G. I might stay in my lane. Everybody keeps telling me I should do this, I should do that. I'm going to let Yahweh, my God, I'm going to let Yeshua guide me to where he wants me to be. I'm going to stop trying to force it and just let it happen. Can that brother get an amen? All right, so Eric Bieniemy being the new OC in Washington, I wonder if his first order of business was to can Carson Wentz. Because Ron Rivera probably said, hey, who you like? And EB'e, being the honest man that he is, probably said, we can move on from Wentz. I've seen enough. Boom. Out of here. Gone. All right, man. So look. All right. So the Super Bowl. Remember when I was saying that it's possible that Andy Reid prepared those refs for the double move. And that's why they called it. All right, I got a clip of another situation with Mike Shanahan talking to the refs. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's crazy. I'm going to call this clip Work the Refs. All right. All right, where'd it go? Let me get this off. Get this off of here. All right, it ain't working. Hold on. All right, hold on. I gotta show you this clip. It don't want to work. Hold on.
Throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
5-yard out route, 85 versus their guy. He's going to go inside and break out. He won't let him out. Watch.
Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
It happens all
5-yard out route, 85 versus their guy. He's going to go inside and break out. He won't let him out. Watch.
He told the ref, watch.
Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
There's your flag. It happens a lot, man. You work the refs. You tell them what they're about to see.
Throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
5-yard out route, 85 versus their guy. He's going to go inside and break out. He won't let him out. Watch.
Same route. It's almost the same route that Juju ran.
Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
That's why
5-yard out route, 85 versus their guy. He's going to go inside and break out. He won't let him out. Watch.
Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle. Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
5-yard out route, 85 versus their guy. He's going to go inside and break out. He won't let him out. Watch.
Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
push this thing back.
5-yard out route, 85 versus their guy. He's going to go inside and break out. He won't let him out. Watch.
Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle. Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
A little technical difficulties, y'all. Hold on 1 second. All right. Did I lose all my? Yeah, that's not what I want.
Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
How do I switch?
5-yard out route, 85 versus their guy. He's going to go inside and break out. He won't let him out. Watch.
Garoppolo throws, flags. Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
5-yard out route, 85 versus.
All right. So we're having a little technical difficulty, but you see what I'm saying. Mike says stuff. So wow, oh yeah, G. When we mention the name of our Savior, man, stuff happens, man. So I praise Yeshua every day. Every day, man. Every day. It's just something that you have to experience when you see a coach in action. And like I said, as a gentleman, if you're a gentleman and you say something to the referee in a manner that's, respectable, they'll listen. All right, let me try this one more time.
Garoppolo throws, flags on the coverage of Kittle.
I want to take this off my screen. Switch back and forth. I'll go big. This, yeah. All right, so hopefully I can get that thing off the screen. All right. If it don't let me, it's like, oh well. I'm trying to get off the screen and roll with this because this is where my slides are at. All right, so yeah, man, I had to point that out because I'm not going crazy, and I'm not saying that the Chiefs don't deserve to win, but I'm just saying why they won't call something like that, and all of a sudden they do call it. He was prepped, and it happens all the time. All right, what we got? So we got Gavin Lux is out, man. Dodgers already looking like we're not going to win the West because we didn't sign anybody. So when our up-and-coming stars gets injured, it's all bad. They say it's an ACL, which means he's done for the year. So we got to find somebody. I know the Dodgers do a great job, though, scouting and getting people out of the farm league. Dodgers have a great farm league. I'm in the garage. It's getting hot down here. It's raining outside, so I didn't open the garage in my downstairs garage studio. I'm in the studio with these cars, and it's getting hot. But yeah, man, speedy recovery for Gavin Lux. Unfortunate that happened to him, and it was ugly. I hate watching people get hurt. I can't stand to see injuries. So, speedy recovery, Gavin. All right, man. So I'm gonna continue my tender love report. Prime. Deion Sanders was catching some flack last week for what he said on the Rich Eisen show. All right, he said he looks for a two-parent home for his quarterbacks and a single mama for his D tackles and D linemen. And I have to agree with Chris Williams right here. He says Deion ain't the only coach who thinks this way. Sadly, it hurts more when it comes from a black man. Another disappointing step in his journey. Now, I'm not sure about you guys, but he was on the Rich Eisen show, hosted by Rich Eisen, and he has a sidekick. They're two Caucasian men, and Deion's in the hot seat, and he's like, when I look for a quarterback, I'm looking for somebody that's not going to get in trouble. He's really good in school. You have to be smart. But my DNs, my D tackles, my nose tackles, they can be they got to be getting it. They got to be rough, tough, one parent, mama. They got to be getting it for mama. They got to be trying to save mama. Mama barely made the flight. He's not the first coach to say this. I believe this is similar to when Coach Cal from Kentucky said, I don't care what the kid has done. I'll shake his hand and look him in the eye and see if he loves his mom. I can work with that kid. I want somebody that's hungry, that's on the streets trying to get it. Because I know what type of heart he's going to bring to the table. All of us that grew up in Long Beach, all of us that played Pee-wee football at Silverado, at Long Beach, probably on the east side, played basketball at Silverado, me and G, a bunch of other guys. A lot of us came from single parent, single mama, welfare, trying to get it. Why do scouts always come to Long Beach? Always go to Florida? Always go to Texas to find those athletes? There are sometimes common denominators. Bigger's in the house. If I can't get this thing out the way. Only problem with what Prime said is where he said it, on that platform with those guys. And for the media to destroy what he was actually getting at. He don't have no time to take a chance. He has to. He can't miss on these recruits he's bringing in. He can't miss. So I have no problem with what Deion said. The only problem I have with it is where he said it and when he said it. That's going to be the only problem. I don't want nobody saying, "Oh, Deion discriminating against the kids." Deion got to bring in the winners, man. Deion got to bring in kids he knows, character-wise. Tandai in the house. We was trying to get it, Tandai. We was trying to get about the situation we were in. Say, Mom, can you afford college? No. I could barely afford to play football. Pee-wee football. Mom's working 2 jobs. I was cutting hair at 12 years old to make some money. If I didn't get a scholarship, it wasn't going to be no college for your boy. So we were different. But I also did not play quarterback. I could have played quarterback and been the exception to the rule. There are exceptions to the rule. That's just recruiting first glance, first impression. Both parents in the home, good kid, never in trouble. All right. There's probably some leadership in there. I ain't mad at that, man. James Max at 100. Those laughs turned to laughing with you to laughing at y'all. You saw it? It was kind of uncomfortable when they were laughing at Deion, but they're laughing at the entire situation. You gotta find a single mama. It reminds you of that movie Trading Places when Randolph and Mortimer put the switcheroo on Billy Ray Valentine and Winthorpe. That wasn't Winthorpe. Lewis. Yeah. Feeling good, Lewis? Yeah. Yeah, Lewis and Billy Ray. Looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Lewis. We gotta keep our eye on them, man. Hey, you know that movie, EB'e? Hey, B. He said, would you like some beef jerky? Beef jerky time. Betty New Year. All right, man. Tender Love. I gotta play it for this part. Okay. Let me see if this will work better. Since the other way is not working, do I have that other cord? I want to show you a clip. I don't know if I have my cord with me. There's a clip. Alright. You don't want me to show it to you that way. Let me see if I can't pull up this clip. Tandai said, I remember my boys giving me their throwaway school for me to fill out and try to sneak into school. Shout out to DeMarco Ford and Kev McKenzie. They're my dogs right there. DeMarco and K Mac. They're my dogs right there. All right, so I might just have to show you my phone. So because I don't know if it captured properly. All right, I'm gonna show you on my phone. All right, they want me to believe this kid is supposed to be 10 years old. 4th grade. He looked like Carmelo Anthony. 4th grade. Tender love. This is getting out of hand, man. Come on, man. If you ain't seen this clip, they said that kid is supposed to be in the 4th grade. Not 14U. Ten years old. All right. In kindergarten, you're supposed to be 5. No, first kindergarten, you're 5. 1st grade, you're 6. 2nd grade, you're 7. 3rd grade, you're 8. 4th grade, you're 9. So this kid is supposed to be 9, turning 10. And he has a mustache. Y'all parents need y'all butt whooped for telling. My camera a little out of focus. These AAU clubs that your son is the age that they're looking for. Now, I know they have bronze, gold, sometimes platinum levels in AAU. If your son is a little bit older, he can play lower down if he's not skilled. This kid doing Euro steps, blocking shots, shooting jumpers, doing fillet layups. If I'm a parent on the other team, I'm getting birth certificates, multiple versions of ID. I need credit cards and water bills or something, because this joker did not look like no 4th grader. My wife teaches 2nd grade. Them are little bitty kids. You mean to tell me 2 years from there you get this kid? Nah, man. That ain't how it works. That's tender love, in my opinion. G said the struggle was real, but the politics of the city, the area, is real. Prime is sitting in a new air. His confidence can be confused with arrogance and ignorance, but he's honest and knows what he's saying. I believe he came from the bricks. He came from the mud. He had, I believe Prime had both parents, similar like Michael Jordan. But if you come from the bricks and you know how that goes, you can assess. And if you are being paid to win, and your window to win is very small, like they want Deion to lose. They really do want Deion to lose. So he has to do his best to put the best product on the field. Now, he told the staff, he said it on film, on social media, we're going to win now. We're not going to wait. So he has to go out looking for a specific type of kid. Not only do you pass the eye test, but you pass the background check. And it's smart business. Now, you probably don't need to voice that. I believe James Franklin, head coach at Penn State, said he will not hire an assistant coach unless he has a beautiful wife. His assistant coaches must have drop-dead gorgeous wives. And someone said, that's mighty sexist of you. Why would you do something like that? He said, I need my coaches to be confident in order to recruit the student athletes I need to recruit here at Penn State. And we're like, wow, that's a different perspective. And he's like, yeah, a guy who's confident and has the gift of gab will have a beautiful wife. Nothing against men who don't have the definition of beautiful, but at the same time, she needs to be really attractive in her own right. So he was like, that just gives me one more thing to think about when I'm hiring someone. Now, if someone just shoots low and shoots for the bare minimum, and how do you equate that to a leader, to a person that can walk into a living room and impress a mother, a father? And that's just what he said. That was his parameter. Take it or leave it. That's what he goes off of. It sounds like an Al Bundy, an Al Bundy measuring rubric, but that's what he goes with. That's what he uses. Deion uses 2-parent homes for the quarterback. When SC and your school leaves Pac-12, it can be wide open for Deion. I think I got Colorado winning 6 games this year. It's going to be rough. I mean, Shador got to get acclimated to the speed and pass rush of the Pac-12. Remember, the Pac-12, we kill each other off. Everybody every week is a rivalry, pretty much, some kind of rivalry and some kind of tough game. So it's going to be tough. They can win 8, but I got them winning 6 games. Second year, he probably can make more noise because he get bigger linemen. I think his problem is going to be linemen. You got to get Pac-12 linemen. He brought all them dudes over from Jackson State. But now you need Pac-12 linemen. The skill guys will be just fine. Shador and them going to be fine. Hunter and the 5-star kid they brought, they're going to have the best DBs in the Pac-12. With Carter, Stoudemire, and all them guys, they're going to be the best DBs. They're going to have one of the best receiving corps. It's those stinking linemen. Can Deion get the linemen is going to be the key. Big say it sound good, though. So, we'll see how it goes. Let's see. I think that's it for the Tender Love Report. Let's go to, I think it's my sports flicks to wrap this thing up. All right, man. I'm an old head. I watch my old flicks. All right, so my buddy threw up a shout out to the late, great Jim Kelly. And if you know me, Enter the Dragon is one of my favorite flicks. And it's sports related because it's karate involved. Martial arts are involved. And Jim Kelly was a hood karate man. And most of us were a hood karate man. Big, me and you, Danye, Mandrill on Easy Avenue out front playing karate. Jim Kelly was a big influence on us. Afro and all. Some say he looked like my daddy, but my daddy didn't look like no Jim Kelly. My dad looked like Teddy Pendergrass. My mom's small, light-skinned lady. My dad's big, tall, dark-skinned Teddy Pendergrass looking brother. But I put it up against The Last Dragon. I watched The Last Dragon the other day after I watched Enter the Dragon for the 1000th time. I said, man, you come random comic book. Suddenly, I would like to leave your island. Apples and oranges, man. 2 classics. Very bad acting in both of them. But very good characters. I would say comedic relief in The Last Dragon was Sho'nuff. I don't think the actor who plays Sho'nuff gets enough credit. That's one of the best villains in the history of cinema, of action comedy cinema. I wouldn't say Last Dragon's blaxploitation, but it might as well be. And they had a pizza parlor named Leroy's Pizzeria. Bruce Leroy. You got Bruce Lee, Jim Kelly, Bolo in Enter the Dragon, Mr. Han and his island of drug production. Both of them, man. Highly recommended Flix, man. If you have not seen Enter the Dragon, shame on you. Go see it today. It is streaming anywhere you want to find streaming Flix. You might have to pay on some sites, but most sites, you might even be able to see it on YouTube. It's so old, but it's a classic. And Enter the Dragon, I believe I saw it on, I want to say HBO Max. You can't go wrong with Enter the Dragon and The Last Dragon. Two totally different genres, but both have very good karate action in them. Great characters. If you need something to watch, mindless stuff to watch, boom, there you go. AC Sports Live Sports Flix, Enter the Dragon, and The Last Dragon. Bruce Leroy versus Show Nuff. Catches bullets with his teeth. Please. Two classics. Barry Gordon made a spoof. That was great. Kiss My Converse. It wasn't even I think it was, I don't know if it was meant to be slapstick, but it's right on the lines. It's not as silly as I'ma Get You Sucker, but it's silly enough. And Time Mac was serious enough for it to work. Vanity was a terrible actress, but we all love Vanity, so she was a flavor of the month, so she sold tickets. If you watch it, go back and watch it. She got them little sharp teeth on the side. Turn off. Should have had Apollonia in that bad boy. G said, Enter the Dragon is still amazing today. I've seen both in the last 2 weeks. I think we the same person, G. We the same person, man. I've been watching these. I've watched my movies, bro. I'm stuck in the early 90s myself. And music and my movies are 80s, early 90s. You tell about getting those karate shoes from Payless. No, bro, karate shoes from Eddie's Liquor in the Compton Swap Meet. You got the black and the orange bottoms, and you get the all whites. When your mama couldn't afford no sneakers, karate shoes it was. You starch up your Levi's real nice. You fold up the bottom like your Filipino homeboys used to do, and you rock your karate shoes like it was meant to be part of the style. You wasn't gonna be fly. You may not have had no money for no Filas, or no Diodoras, or no British Knights. I had some karate shoes, first day of school, $3. Eddie's Liquor. Wrong size and everything. I was fresh off from the Zimbabwe and got me some. It was fresh off the boat. Big time. I had some karate shoes. Y'all rocking karate shoes? Bet. He said, yes, sir. Hey, wasn't no shame, bruh. Wasn't no shame. You rock you some karate shoes. Nobody need to know. Mommy said you ain't getting no Filas. You got Fila money? No. You got a Fila job? No. You gonna get these pro wings? No, thank you. I would wear karate shoes. Some Troops. See, Troops was like $48 at the Compton Swap Meet, though. They had them Troops in them plastic wrap. The Troops and the British Knights was all wrapped up in plastic at the Compton Swap Meet. Go down there, get your pictures taken. Grab you some British Knights or some Troops, some Diodoras, or some Lacoste Sportifs. Oh, man, we had a great childhood, man. Great childhood. All right, man, that's my show. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with your boy. I went a little bit long. Had some technical difficulties. Got to figure this. I think I have an update. I need to do the update for my software so I can do all this. You know, this used to be a breeze. Now they got all this other stuff on here and I have to figure it out. $20 Troops from the warehouse shoe sale. Oh, man, that's a throwback. I'm not trying to wear no Troops, though. It's like wearing Triple B. Big Baller Brand had your feet broke up. You see, the boys can't stay healthy. I blame Big Baller Brand for why both Zoe and Mello can't stay healthy. They wore them Big Baller Brand sneakers one time, and now they can't get right. Hey, man, I'm out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. James Mack, Tandai, Big G, Biggers. Who else is on here today? I appreciate all y'all, man. who was on here earlier. Let's see. Mike Staff was on here. Big brother Noomsy was on here. All the homies was on here earlier. Let's see who else was on here. Jimmy Mack was on here. Sheldon Gillis was on here a little bit. Appreciate y'all, man, coming through, commenting, being interactive. If you're going to come strong. Miguel Lar was on here talking about go Cowboys. Okay, yeah, they're going to go. They're going to go away. Far, far away. I'm AC, man. Until next time. Peace and blessings, man. Out. Takim in the building.